Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Nikki here. So today I am creating this makeup look. Now this isn't no ordinary makeup look because all of this makeup that I've used on my face today is actually $1 per product. Everything is $1, from the skincare to the foundation to the eyeshadow to the blusher, lips, everything is $1. I know, right? I am literally shocked. If you guys want to see how I created this look and see how the products performed, what I loved, what I didn't love so much, what might go in the rubbish and what I'm going to use on a daily, then just keep on watching. Okay, so before we begin the tutorial, I may look a little bit different, and that is because I have actually removed my braces. I can smile confidently now. There is a little bit of work to do. I've got some cosmetic bonding to do and some whitening to do, but for the most part the braces are removed and I've vlogged the whole process, so that's going to be coming as a YouTube video and an Instagram video, all of that jazz. I'm going to give you guys so much information on everything to do with my braces, but that will be in the next coming week. So let's start off with just a fresh face, and then I'm going to move into skincare. I picked up some skincare just because I love doing skincare before makeup. I think it goes on so much easier once your skin is really nicely prepped. So we're going to start off with this Spascriptions Collagen Hydrogel Lip Mask. And this I'm supposed to pop on for 15 minutes as a lip therapy to help firm, tone, revive skin elasticity. I love lip masks. My lips tend to be quite dry, so these usually help me. And this one looks kind of cool. So I'm going to pop this on. I popped this lip mask on, but I forgot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly apply this face mask on as well, just so I kill two birds with one stone. This is a cucumber gel face mask, and I'm going to pop this on for 15 minutes as well. Okay, so it's roughly been about 15 minutes, so I'm going to take the lip mask off and just remove the mask. Okay, so as far as masks are concerned, this one's difficult to read, but it says your face will feel clean, refreshed and revitalized. It's supposed to moisturize, it's supposed to remove impurities, everything that you want a mask to do. If I'm honest, it's pretty much a generic mask. There's nothing that special about it. It just leaves you refreshed and it's like a pick-me-up. It's really nice if you weren't wearing any makeup, but it's nice if you are wearing makeup. You just feel really, really fresh before you're gonna pile on the makeup. That is that for masks. I wouldn't say you necessarily need that, but the lip mask was really nice. It looked really cool, but it really moisturizes. That's what I loved about it. It was soothing. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop on some lip balm. This is the Beauty Treats Sweet Treats lip balm in the scent Cherry Sweet. This is so cute, super, super cute. Really nice to just pop into your handbag, and I love the smell of it. So I'm just going to pop on a little bit of this lip balm. So I don't know why I wasn't expecting it, but my lips actually do go a little bit red. It comes off red on the tissue as well. So I guess this is tinted. It's actually just a really nice tint. It gives a really nice flush to the lips and it smells insane. Apologies really quickly. I'm just chucking on some moisturizer because I didn't pick that up. So we've just got a little bit of moisturizer on the skin. We're moving in to foundation now. This is the bit that I'm most nervous about. I've got tons of shades. These foundations are $1. It's a buildable satin foundation by a brand called AOA Studio. And I'm super nervous. You know how I feel about a really good shade match. So I picked up tons of these foundations, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and find the best shade or shades for me and maybe make a concoction, and then I'm going to use a sponge and blend this all over the face and neck area. This foundation, I'm not even going to lie, I'm loving it. When I mixed the colours together and I popped it on my skin, I was like, that's such a good shade match. Now I know that I probably look greasy or oily right now. Don't worry, because we are going to powder. I love this consistency in a foundation. I love that kind of satin liquidy feel that you can build up, and I love the dew because I can control that with powder later on. This very much reminds me of MAC Face and Body, but just with a little bit more oomph, if that sort of makes sense. The shade match was insane. You guys have seen it. I've actually mixed the colors 310 Amber and 309 Honey together. So one was a little bit darker and golden, and the other one was a little bit more golden but lighter. Just mix them together just to get a really good shade match. I'm living. I love the foundation. I really did not have high hopes, but I'm loving the foundation. I think the coverage is insane. What I'm going to do now, because I'm so annoyed that I haven't got concealer, is I'm going to take 310 Amber, which is the darker shade, and I'm going to use that just to conceal underneath my eyes and just above my eyes as well. Okay, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I'm not wholly impressed with that as a concealer. It's actually not bad at all, but it is a foundation, so it's not covering as much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly, because I don't want to fail this look, I'm going to take a tiny bit of Makeup Revolution's foundation and just pop this on and then blend this out, just so I've got a little bit of coverage there. Let me move on to a little bit of cream bronzing and contouring. You guys know I love a good cream bronze as opposed to powder. I do powder when I'm in a rush, but if I'm doing a really nice full glam and I've got time, I will always cream bronze. So I'm going to use these sticks by Sculpt FX. This is also AOO Studio. They're both called contour sticks, but one looks like more of a bronzing color to me. So I've got sand and I've also got spice. I'm going to use both of these. We're going to use sand to bronze with and spice to contour with. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop them both on together, draw them on in the usual places, and then I'm going to use a brush to blend these colors out, and hopefully they give me that little bit of definition and warm up the skin as well. Cream bronzing, I would say the bronzer you can't really see. I think I must have picked the wrong shade. It's kind of close to my natural, can you see? You can see it a little bit, natural skin tone, so you can't see that. The contour shade, however, Spice, oh my god, for $1 I am not complaining. It's a perfect color for me. I prefer them to be that shade. I don't like them to be too gray or too dark, and it's a really nice contour shade, especially for the nose. It does it super naturally. I love the fact that they're actually in like a pencil form, because then you can draw them on. What I would say is I'm not complaining for $1 at all, because it's super affordable. They're a tiny bit drier than what I'm used to. I love like oily creamy creams to work with. I think they're a lot easier to blend out. This one's just that tiny bit on the drier side, so you might like that. You might prefer that to a very like slippery cream. But overall I'm happy. I think my base is actually looking good. I thought my base was going to look horrendous, but I'm actually loving it so far. Moving into my $1 cream blushes. I've actually got a powder as well, but I wanted to try cream too. These are again by AOA Studio. Hush Cream Sheer Blush, and I've got the shade Cupid, and then I've also got the shade Cozy. These ones look lovely. I've also got, just to show you guys, LA Colors Cheek and Lips tinted in the shade Peachy, which is a lot more orangey. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to use that one, but I'm actually going to just, I can't pick between the two, so I'm just going to swatch in between both of these and then pop this cream color on the cheeks and blend it up towards the temples. I'm also going to pop a little bit on the bridge of my nose for a natural flush as well. I'm sorry, but this blush is super creamy. You can see the shade here. I've actually had to take the excess off on my hand, and it's so pigmented that I'm just gonna go over with my beauty blender, because I need to just tone it down a tad. You don't actually need a lot. I thought that this wasn't going to be pigmented, and so I went in for whack. But that's like any other cream blusher that I've got that I love. And I love the shade of them two mixed as well. I love that kind of like warm, orangey, autumnal vibe. Let's move on to powder, because one thing I would say is even though I love that foundation on my eyelids, it's been creasing like crazy. I think that's because it's a little bit more on that oilier side. So again, $1 powders, AOA Studio Perfect setting powder, and I've got matte translucent, and then I also picked up soft light. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mix between the two, and then I'm going to powder down my T-zone and then really powder my under eyes well as well. Okay, in regards to powder, I mean, I don't hate it, I don't love it. Is it a powder that I would pick up? Probably, yeah. If it was somewhere that I was going and I didn't want to lose my makeup, or there was a chance that I could lose my makeup, I would probably take this powder. Just because it's okay, it does the job. It's actually quite fine. It's not a thick powder, which is really good. It mattifies. I just don't love it because it doesn't really do anything for my under eyes other than mattify it, I suppose. And the light one that I wanted to brighten a little bit, it doesn't brighten at all. It just gets rid of the shine, which is fine if you just want to mattify and you want something really affordable. Okay, so after powder, I spritzed a little bit of my Revolution Caffeine Essence Spray just to rehydrate the skin. I didn't pick up a spray from the site, and I also popped on my brows. I'm going to move on to eyes now. So just to clarify, each of these shadows is $1, and then the palette, I don't actually know how much the palette is, but you don't need the palette. So I've got colours that I absolutely love. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start off with this matte transition shade that is very much me. Super nervous because I haven't even swatched these shades, so I don't even know how pigmented they are. So I'm going to take this on a fluffy brush, and then I'm going to pop this into my crease. So quick review on the eyeshadows. They're super pigmented. I mean, I'm trying to find something or a product where I'm like, do you know what, that just did not work, it's so bad. But all of these products work so good. The eyeshadows are super pigmented. I love the transition shade. It's very much me, a warm kind of burnt orangey brown. Just beautiful in the transition. I've laid it up a little bit. I would say I've laid it up a little bit, but nothing more than what I would do with the average like Anastasia shadow, if I'm honest. So we're winning for $1. Just to warm up the crease, I'm going to go in to a little bit of the orange. I believe, I can't tell, but I believe that it's more of like a satiny finish. So we're going to pop it on more towards the lid and just pop this in the crease as well. That orange is super beautiful. It added just that touch of warmth to kind of go with the orange that I'm wearing, but just a little bit of warmth. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop this orange again on my lower lash line as well. Now I kind of wanted this to be like an all matte look, and I wanted to test out this bone colour on the lid. However, I feel like we've got shimmers, and shimmers are always a little bit more difficult to kind of pop on the lid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this champagne-y sort of warm tone shimmer, and I'm going to pop this all over the lid. Guys, I'm not going to lie, the shimmer is super beautiful. Now it's not as pigmented, it's just not as creamy or pigmented as other eyeshadows that I do have. And this color I've popped on twice, so I've laid it up. It layers really well. I love the shade of it because it's not too gold, it's not too bronze. It's like a very kind of skin color but with a sheen, which is what I love, because I feel like when you open your eyes, it just makes your eyes look and appear bigger. The shimmer is not there, so it's more of a satin as opposed to like a shimmery shadow, but it works really well. Just because I'm super curious about the shade, I'm going to take this beigey sort of yellowy shade that I would genuinely put on my lid for an everyday look. Pop it on a small blender brush. I'm going to take this on my brow bones. Okay, so I think if you went in with a flat shader brush, this pigment would be a lot more. I don't want it to be intense. It's on my brow bone. I want it to be quite airbrushed. So it's good with a fluffy brush, but I don't think that it would necessarily work on the lid. I don't think it's that pigmented. It's my least favorite of the colors that I've used so far. For some reason I'm getting joy in saying this. There should be no joy. I just wanted something to not work, because I'd feel cheated for the whole of my life if all of this makeup was absolutely insane. I'd be like, why am I buying expensive makeup? It doesn't make sense. But it's just not as pigmented. I love the eyes. I think the eyes look insane. What am I going to move on to? I think I'm going to move on to inner corner highlighter next. For inner corner highlighter, I've got AOA Studio Pow Lighter, which I love the name of that. This one is in the shade Sun Ray. Again, haven't swatched this. So it comes as a loose illuminator. I'm going to pop a little bit out, and then I'm going to pop this into my inner corners and hope for the best. Guys, I don't know if this highlighter is designed to be like a face highlighter or an inner corner highlighter. I love the shade of it. I'm very particular when it comes to inner corner highlighter shades. Like, I like something that's piercing, but it's not too gold, it's not too bronze. I want it to light up the eyes but not be too light, and this color is perfect. It's that kind of champagne-y gold color. Really beautiful. The only thing that I would say, and if I'm going to be really picky, is that I don't like loose highlighters. The only reason being is I think they're a little bit messier. When you've picked it on the brush and then you pop it on, you're more likely to fall out, and because it's going to be like a shimmer or a glitter, it's going to be difficult to clean up that area. However, I haven't actually had any fallout. I was super careful. I just pressed it on and then buffed it out, and it just opens up the eyes. I'm going to use the black liner. This one is by LA Colors Auto Eyeliner, and it's just a black shade. I think you can always tell between a cheaper pencil liner or an expensive one. I think you can, just because of the intensity of the black. Maybe this will show me wrong, but I'm going to pop this into my waterline. Guys, really didn't enjoy this eyeliner. It's hard. It's pointy. My eye started watering. I jabbed myself in the eye with it. It's just not creamy. Like, I love Urban Decay's eyeliner. I love Perversion, which is super, super creamy. There's quite a few that I love, and I think you can get more affordable ones. But this one, it just tends to be, it's just that little bit hard, and it's not as black. Like, when I pop on a black liner, I want it to be melty black, intense black. It looks very intense now, but that's because I've really layered it up. It just wouldn't be something that I would pick up. Let's pop on a little bit of mascara. I've got the LA Colors Dramati Lash Volume Mascara. I don't know why that was difficult for me to pronounce. This one is just in black. It's kind of like a mini. It reminds me of like a travel size. It's not like a usual generic full-size mascara, and the wand is actually a little bit different. It's actually quite dense and curved, so I'm going to pop this on to my lashes. In regards to mascara, I like the shape of the wand. I like how it hugs your lashes when you go in to coat them, but the mascara is more of like, I don't know, my lashes look sad. Like, they're not lifted, they're not voluminous, they're just kind of like, I would put this on because I just wanted to coat them for fake lashes, which is what I'm going to do now. And that's the only reason that I would use this mascara, is if I was going to coat them for fake lashes. Speaking of falsies, this is going to be our next step. Now, I've got quite a few, well, I've got 3 lashes that are all $1 each. Who doesn't love really affordable lashes, but they look insane? Because we all know fake lashes can be super expensive. Now, when I received this package, I was actually thinking that all my lashes were going to look like this, like very kind of synthetic looking, spidery. But actually, these 2 lashes I'm super impressed with. I'm going to go with this style called Jean, and they look really beautiful. They look super long, wispy, so I'm going to pop these on. Lashes are on. They're actually really nice. I don't know what it is about them that wouldn't make them my go-to. Like, they're nice, I like them, and for $1 I can't complain. However, I feel like they feel synthetic-y. They don't look it, but when I was popping them on, I was kind of struggling putting them on because they feel that kind of plasticky feel, and that's what put me off them. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to use a different mascara. This is the AOA Studio Skinny Under Lash Mascara, and this is just in black as well. I'm going to just pop this on to my lower lashes. So I feel like this mascara is a dupe of the NYX one. I believe it's NYX that do a skinny mascara as well. I would say that if you like your bottom lashes not coated, or you like a very thin coat, this mascara would be great for you. If you just want to kind of color them or tint them, say you've got lighter lashes, this would be amazing. I've actually had to do like 4 layers just to get it a little bit chunkier, because that's what I like. But it's really good if you are someone that wants to be really, really precise, so you want to kind of get every single individual lash. It's really, really good for that. I don't think you need it in your life. Now that the eyes are complete, let's move on to a little bit of highlighter. I have the AOA Studio Wonder Baked Highlighters. I've got 2 shades here. Again, that kind of goldish champagne color. I've got Snap and Macaroon. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to mix both of them together, and I believe that these are more of a satin finish. It doesn't look like they've got glitter flecks in them whatsoever, so hopefully they give me just a wet look. And I'm going to pop these on all the high points of the face, so that'll be my cheekbones, down the center of my face as well. Now, this highlighter, I'm just going to add a little bit more. It's definitely on the subtle side, no shimmer whatsoever, so very much just a sheen. I think it looks really nice in contrast to my inner corner highlighter. I personally like something that's a little bit stronger. I've had to layer this one up. If you are someone that likes a natural highlight, you want to look dewy, you don't want to see like the glitter on the face, and you're just going for more of a natural look, this one is for you. I actually like it with this look. It's just more of a sheen, like a sheen, and it's not blinding at all, and it works really nicely on the nose as well. Like, it doesn't look like you've popped on highlighter. It literally looks like I'm just a little bit dewy. I'm gonna pop on a powder blusher on top of the cream. I feel like we've lost it a tiny bit, but that's gonna be the perfect base to pop on a powder blush. Again, AOA Studio Perfect Blush in the shade Oh Burn. Looks very much like a shade that I would like. It's warm, it's orangey, so we're gonna take a little bit of this and just pop it onto the apples of the cheeks and blend up to the temples. Guys, this $1 makeup is honestly, it's blowing my mind. Like, where has it been all my life? Love the blusher, love the colour of it. You don't need a lot, super, super pigmented. It actually reminds me of like a MAC shade. Kind of like Amber and Rose, but not really, like a warmer version. A really beautiful orange tone. I hope you guys can see it on camera because it's actually quite strong in real life. But it just warms up the skin so nicely. Moving on to lips, I can't actually pick. You know when you're on a website and you pick too many things for like one part of the face? That's what's happened. So I've got some matte lipsticks, got lip liners that I'm going to use. I've also got some lip glosses, more neutral, and then we've also just got lip oils. Now lip oils I'll try another time because it's kind of like just a balm. What I think I'm going to do is I'm probably going to go in with the matte lip colours just to test them out. So first I'm going to start off with a lip liner. We're going to go in with the LA Colours. This is the lip liner pencil in the shade Chocolate. I picked up a dark brown just because I know that I can then blend that out. So I'm just going to lightly line my lips with Chocolate. My review for the lip liner, love the colour. I tended to go for dark browns just because they go with every single color. So whether I'm going to go with like a darker nude or a lighter nude, I'll always need something that's going to line the lips. Now for lipsticks, I've got the AOA Studio lipsticks. I've got quite a few shades, all neutral. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the shade Guava to start off with, and then go in with the shade Shore in the center and blend that out just to see what that looks like as a matte nude. Guys, I would say as far as lip shades are concerned, I love the colour. I love the nude on tan skin. I think it's beautiful. Love the chocolate lip liner. However, wouldn't reach for the lipstick because it's super, super sheer. So if you're someone that loves lipstick but find lipstick to be super pigmented, then this might be for you. It's more of a matte sheer. Feels super comfortable on the lip. Isn't drying. Just is a really nice nude lip. Very, very natural. And that, guys, is the finished look. I'm going to be completely honest, I am super shocked. This would be a look that I would go out in. I'd wear this, and I'd wear this with the makeup that I've already got, very similar shades, very similar lashes, and not think anything of it. But this is all $1 makeup. Everything on my face is $1. I think I'm the most shocked at the foundation. The reason being is when it comes to base makeup, especially being a tan, a brown skin girl, it's really, really difficult to fit into a cheaper drugstore foundation. They're usually very, very, very pink. It just comes with being a brown skin girl, but this foundation is insane. Like, I love it on the skin. I love the skin tone of it. I will definitely wear this foundation again. I do like the lashes. I like the look of them, and I love the shadows as well, and I'll probably be reaching for that lip liner a lot. Let me know what your favorite $1 product was down below. Also follow me on Instagram, where I upload content every single day and speak to you guys on my stories probably like every single hour. So follow me down there. And that is it, guys. Let me know if you want me to do more videos like this, because I've tried this $1 makeup now. I'm really curious to try Asda makeup, Tesco makeup, Sainsbury's makeup, even Poundland makeup, because I feel like we could find some hidden gems. I feel like all the liquids and creams, like, I'm absolutely loving. Let me know anyway if you want to see more of that, and I love you guys so very much. I will see you in my next video. Mwah.